Hello. For my science honors project today, I'm going to be doing how to show an Office 365 app PowerPoint. So this is your home screen when you get on, and then you click the window, and then you scroll down to PowerPoint. And then it'll load like this, and then I'm just going to do a blank presentation. Here is your title, and then over here is your design ideas. So I'm just gonna do this one, and I'll change where you want it. And if you don't like this, you can just simply press Control Z, and I'll go back to this. I'm just gonna do one. So I'm just gonna do this. Pokemon. Just as an example. And then in this part you go by and my name. Okay, so first thing one of the things I'm gonna do, so this says that this is wrong. Oh, and you can change how you want it. You can do this. I'm just gonna do this. And here, it's spelled incorrectly, so you can either right click on it to get it right. When it's underlined in red, you can either right click, say the correct spelling, or you can click review, ABC spelling, and over here it will say you can either ignore it once, ignore all, or add it to the dictionary, or you could change it or change all the mistakes. So I'm just gonna change it. Okay. Or you could correct the error yourself. Next, you can go home, new slide, or you could choose a new slide that you could add. Again, the designer wants to help out. So here I'm gonna do Pikachu as an example. And then here are bullet points. You could type stuff here like that. And then when you press enter, you can get another bullet point, but if you don't want it, you just press backspace. On the first one, you just backspace, and then all of them will go away. And if you want it back, you just do Control Z. Or up here in the corner, there's undo and, redo. Like, undo what you did and then redo it. Just like the opposite, yin and yang. And then designer wants to help out and make it look fancy. There, and then if you I wanna insert a picture to help out. So you go to insert pictures. You could choose it from this device. You have to upload it onto your computer onto OneDrive, or you could just do stock images or online pictures. And then I'm gonna do then you press enter, and then it'll load, and it'll show what you got. So I'm just gonna do this one, and you can select multiple. I'm just gonna do 2, and then you can move it around, And then the other picture is somewhere around here. I think it's this one. Anyway. And then you can press backspace to remove it if you don't like it. And if you want to organize it, you could do it like here. And then there's that. And then I want to add a new slide. So then I could do... And so I'm just going to make another slide. Again, this is an example. You don't have to do this. And here, with words, you could highlight it. So whenever you want to change something to your word, you have to highlight it. Then you go to Insert, Word Art. You can make it look fancy, and it creates a separate box. You could add it to it or not. So I'm just gonna delete it. And I deleted the bullet point, so there won't be any more if I don't want any more. And shape format, this pops up and it will change what you want to do to your shape. And if you want a shape, you go to Insert, or no, you go to Home, and it'll say Shapes, and you click on it, and it'll show you all these different shapes. You can do this, just make it how big you want and how skinny. You can change it, and then and then shape format, and then you could change the outline to this color. And then the effects of it. I don't want a shape, so I'll just backspace that. And then when you first get a text box, and I'll show you how to get a text box. You go to Insert, and then you go to Text Box, and you create how big you want it. You can change it. But when you first get a text box to your slide, I'm just gonna add a new one. You can do this, and you can make columns. And I'm just gonna do 3D model. It doesn't have everything, so I'm just gonna do all. And 3D models are pretty fun. You can select multiple. I'm just gonna do one, and then it will take a minute to insert. And then it would have your text box go into this little thing. You can pause it, play it, and then you could arrange it. And you could align it or select pan. So it's this one, and then you can make it go around. And then I'll get back to the 3D art, and then here, to make this look fancy, you could highlight it, and then you can make the background look cool. Highlight of it, but I don't want to right now. But again, you can highlight it, and I'll change the words to orange. And then you could bold it, or Control B, and you can also make it fancy, or Control I, and then you could Control I, and you have to keep highlighting it, and then you could underline it, or Control U. Then there's that. And then I'm just gonna make this so it actually looks like my slide. Just an example again. and it can't search up words that you spell incorrectly. Oops. It will try to do it, so just gonna insert this search. That. And again, the designer likes to help a lot. And if you want to find the designer, sorry for that, you go home and then it'll say design ideas right here. And then you can you can change the design of all the slides when you press design and then click one of these. And design ideas is right here again. Change the background, the slide size, and transitions. So transitions, what they do, they make it look cool when you change from each one. So there's many you could do on this one. The best one to start out with, just my opinion, is curtains. And then this one, and if it has a star by it, that means it has something on it. 3D models means it has a star, but if you don't want, and then if it doesn't have one, it'll just say none. Here, I'm just gonna do flip. Whoop. And then here, you could just do window. And then here, to the 3D model. I'm just gonna do Ferris wheel. Now I got the transitions, and it'll work if you play from the beginning, which you can go view. You can outline it or slide it, or you could zoom in, fit it to the window, switch windows, slide master, view, and if you go to review, it'll show comment, new comment. Anyway, if you go to slideshow, play from beginning, play from current slide, or present online, hide slide, rehearse timings, I'll get back to there. So now I'll go on to animations. So the animations, you have to do it on text, pictures, 3D models. And this is entrances. So if you want an entrance, or it's already there and you can make it just look cooler, or just make it exit fancy. And it can only have one animation on one word, like random bars. That's its only one, but you can change it. And you just go over here, swivel. And here's the important part, 1, 2. So I put it in order of how I want it. So you floating, flying, and it does work on pictures. And then here, just do shape. Sorry about the camera. And then here, let's do that. And then you go to the next slide. And then you have to click on it. I'll do the emphasis here. I'll do spin. So that's what it does. It doesn't enter in good color pulse. Color of it, you could darken it, grow and shrink. And then here, you can 3D models have different scenes. So here's scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 4, scene 5. And with 3D models, you could make them, there's special ones just for 3D. Make it ride, or turn, or swing, jump and turn, or leave. Those are the fancy ones just for it, and then there's the normal ones, but you can't do everything on there. You do every entrance and exit, but not every emphasis. And I'm just gonna do zoom, and then I will have it play scene. Well, you can do any scene you want, but yeah. Now, from here, you could do slideshow and then rehearse timing. This is the easiest way to do it. So rehearse your timing. Start from the beginning, and then time will tick right here. You could pause it and just resume it. And then you press the arrows to play it. So it's doing everything in order how I want it. This is what you can do. See, this didn't do an entrance, but it will do this. That's how you make things go faster. And that can happen, and then you can turn on sound. And save it. And if you want new stuff, you're going to have to rehearse it again. So I'll just do it again. And you could do it, you could press this button or this button, and it will do your slideshow for you, since you did the rehearse timing if you did it. Oops. So there it goes. I haven't pressed anything yet, except for the play. And there it goes. It's doing exact same stuff that I did when I rehearsed it. This is a performance. And there's that. If you want to speed up stuff, you just click the arrow button. And then if you want to get out, you just press escape. And then, alright. So here, if you go to animation, you click on something, and then you could add animation or anything. And then this, you could add on sound, record, reorder animation. Just do it earlier, and then you can do preview of it. And then, here's the last important thing. When you do it in the beginning, or, well, and there's file, you could just, you could save it, no, but this is the most important thing of most of all. Autosave. Click that. I'm just gonna name it presentation just cause. And so then it's saved, it's saving. You have to wait until it says saved, or else it won't save anything if you exit out of it. So it's saving right now, and yeah. So it's gonna take a while to save just cause. And you go over here and rename your project if you wanted to. And yeah, so it's saved, and this is how you work a PowerPoint Office 365. And by the way, to do all the fancy stuff, you have to click on here and then go to the PowerPoint. If you just search it up on Google, then it won't have everything, but This is my Science Honors project, Office 365, PowerPoint.